So the first day that we were standing at the Western Wall, I was there for a really long time. It was my first time being there, and it really just meant a lot to me to be there in the holiest place in the entire world for the Jewish people. And I really thought about a lot of things. Starting off, of course, I started with my family. I went to my friends back home. I thought about myself. I thought about religion, and I thought about God. But one of the last things I thought of was the bus and the program in general. And I prayed for the bus. I prayed that we would become a family, that we wouldn't be a fragmented group of individual interests or individual cliques. I prayed for us to become a singular unit that loved each other without question and without asking for anything in return. You have no idea how happy I was when I realized in the first few days that our bond had started. We were singing, we were messing around, and always having each other's backs when somebody had a hard time. We became a tight-knit group with the counselors acting as our guides for our entire journey. And on this journey, I've discovered a lot of things that I never thought that I would like. Not showering for 5 days on C2C, I loved it. The desert, I thought it was just a bunch of sand and it sucked, but I ended up loving that as well. And then also I think that was something very few of us expected to happen. And we've gotten to experience and appreciate our homeland and meeting friends while we have the rest of our respective lives. And we can't let this stop. And actually, if you'll indulge me, there was this really great Shabbos story that they told at TY. So it kind of starts out that this guy had just been admitted into a hospital. It was back in the old country, as all Shabbos stories are. And he was in this ward, and every day for Shabbos, they would all meet in the dining hall, and they would sing prayers and everything like this. And there was a guy who was up on the 4th floor, and he had the spot nearest to the window. And it looked over all the square, and he could see everything that was going on, everybody running to and from, preparing for Shabbos, getting challahs that were golden brown on the outside, light and fluffy on the inside, a matzia, a machaya, a delicious Shabbos treat, Baruch Hashem. And he would tell everyone about this during dinner, and he would just paint this beautiful picture of Shabbos and what it meant to everybody in the town. And one day, of course, he was in a hospital and he was very sick, and he passed away. But the first guy that I was telling you about, he was on a separate floor, and he was moved into that ward and actually given the same bed that that man was given. And the nurse came up to him one day, right before Shabbos, and she said, "You have to let all the other patients know. You have to make this beautiful picture of what Shabbos is for everybody, because a hospital is a depressing place, and they don't really know a lot about what's going outside, and they don't know the beauty of Shabbos." So, right before he's about to go down to dinner, he opens the window and he looks outside. And there's a blank concrete wall. He can't see the square. He can't see anybody. And he realizes that that first man realized that the other people didn't know the beauty of Shabbos. And he had to bring it to them in any way that he could. And he built this beautiful picture. And he told them what Shabbos is, and he told them the beauty of Judaism. So this man, he went down to Shabbos dinner, and he told them about the challahs that were golden brown on the outside, light and fluffy on the inside, a matzia, a machaya, a delicious Shabbos treat, Baruch Hashem. He told them about the singing in the streets. He told them about the rabbis going around and telling everyone good Shabbos and getting ready. And really, I think that's sort of the same opportunity that we have. We've been to this country, we've experienced so many amazingly wonderful things. And we're going back to the States, and many of us may be going to communities where a lot of people don't know anything about Israel. And it's our job to tell them. It's our job to let them know what Young Judea and what Zionism is all about. We need to show them the beauty of Judaism and the beauty of Israel. We need to be that man in the hospital that where everybody else sees a blank concrete wall, we see beauty and we see something that is truly special in this world. That's our job when we go home. That's what we came on this program to experience, and that's what we need to bring home to everybody else. And now kind of just in summation, I know that everyone here is really depressed that we're leaving. And I know you'll all be really pissed at me that I'm reminding you that we're leaving. But I would be the exact same way, except that there's this really great quote from Dr. Seuss that I absolutely love. And some of you guys may know it, but it's called, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." And remember this fondly, and let this experience be a blessing to all of us and everyone whose lives that we've touched. So I hope everyone had a great program. I know I did, and I love you all.